Hi, in this video I'm going to introduce to you the core concept in Maximo Asset Management. If you look at this diagram, then you can see the major processes that Maximo can do. So up here on the top left side, we have the asset management processes and the work maintenance work management processes. So basically, this is the core functionality of Maximo. We can use the software to manage asset, which can be a piece of equipment, or it can be an intangible asset like software or license, for example. And we can manage the schedule of preventive maintenance work that we need to carry out on the asset. And with that, it can generate work orders, or we can generate work order from service request. Work order are generally maintenance work that we carried out to maintain the good condition of the asset. And obviously, in order to carry out work, then we need to do planning. We take into account the labor and the material required to carry out the work, and that comes with the capability to manage inventory. So with inventory management, we can use Maximo to manage item master list and the inventory balance of spare parts and consumable that we need to use to carry out work order processing. And in order to maintain the storeroom or maintain the inventory, then we also have the capability in Maximo to manage the whole supply chain with like capability like ability to record purchase requisition, purchase orders, and manage contract and manage vendor, the whole delivery, receiving, and payment processes as well. So that is the core blocks in Maximo Asset Management. So now before we move on, then I will quickly show you how to access a system where you can play around with Maximo. So if we go back here into a browser and type into Google a Maximo preview, then we can have a link to IBM Maximo preview website where you can have pre-access to the system with all of the functionality like I just introduced. Yep, so if we go down here, we can have a link to access Maximo with an username and password. So if we click on it, we can type in a username and the password, which is times 1. And now we got access to the system. So if we're going back to the diagram that we have here, we got an asset. So the application to manage assets is located inside the asset module. On the left menu here, we have the asset module here. We have different application, but the main application that we usually use is the location. We usually store records on physical location where asset can be installed or located in, and the asset application. For work order management and the preventive maintenance planning and schedule, we have the work order module where we have the main application is a work order checking application, and a service request application where we can raise a service request or a work request. So basically, this is the two main applications that we usually use. And for maintaining the planning or for and schedule for preventive maintenance work, we have the maintenance preventive maintenance module with the preventive maintenance application here. And in the planning module, we have the job plans application to manage the work procedure or the plans to carry out the maintenance work, the planned maintenance works. And with the inventory and purchasing and procurement and the whole supply chain processes, then we have the inventory module and the purchasing module. So what we can access is here in this inventory module, we have all of the application. But as a key application that we usually use is the item master, which contain a list of all of the item codes that we need to manage in our different storerooms or warehouse. And the inventory application we usually use to manage the inventory balance of different items. And the purchasing module, where we have various supply chain management application like purchase requisition, request for quotation, and purchase order. So basically, the most the commonly used application is the purchase requisition and purchase order. And if we manage a payment process, then we have the invoice application as well. And for contract management, then we have the contract module here, where we have a different type of contract like purchase contract, labor contract. But the most commonly used application is the purchase contracts. So all of these core processes and core application, I will introduce the detailed use of these applications in subsequent videos.